She has been captivating audiences for years with her wit and charm, straight from the networking floor to give you all the dirt. It's Dusta! Hi, y'all, and welcome to another exciting episode of Down Home Dirt, the show where we dive deep into the journey of entrepreneurship with the people who took the plunge and the ups and downs that come with it. I'm your host, Dusta!
Hi, y'all, and welcome to another exciting episode of Down Home Dirt. Today we have Dana Wooten with us from the Clayton Chamber of Commerce. Hi, and thank you for coming today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This is a pleasure.
I am so excited. We talk a lot about the different things that networking specifically that you can do to up your business.
Right.
And now we're going to talk about the different programs to help you expand your business and to grow it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from and how'd you end up in Clayton?
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Virginia. And so I moved to North Carolina, actually, to Smithfield when I was 11 years old. So I've been in Johnston County for quite a number of years. I'm not going to share my age, but anyway, I've been here a long time. Raised my family here. My two sons still live here, and my two little granddaughters and my daughter-in-law. And so I've lived in Clayton though for 4 years, and I've been at the chamber for 8. And previous to my chamber career, I was the association executive for the Johnston County Association of Realtors. So my niche and my expertise is nonprofit management, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
How do you run an organization like a chamber or any other kind of organization that's membership based? So, yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
I love that. I love learning about people. So tell us about what drawn you into working for the chamber.
Well, I saw this as a perfect opportunity for growth for me. I was part-time with the Real Estate Association, and I thought, you know, I knew a lot about the real estate industry, but I didn't know a lot about, what to offer businesses as a whole. So the appeal of a chamber of commerce was really great, and I was sort of drawn to, what can I learn and what can I bring to help and aid the business community in Clayton. So that's why I was drawn to this position.
This is an amazing community. I do have to be honest. I was bragging really with Jess about how it's such a welcoming place. And I'm not from here originally, obviously. And I moved here 5 years ago.
Right.
And when I did, I was like, I'm going to start a business. And I did not know a soul in town. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, how do you start a business with not knowing anyone? So I went out and I started networking, and it is just the most welcoming community. I'm supportive, and they're just like, I love it here.
I feel the same. And I was doing an interview with someone else, and I really believe that this is a town with a heart. And I love the people. Somebody asked, what's the best thing about Johnston County or Clayton? And I said, the people. And
Absolutely.
I just love it. So I'm glad you had that experience.
Oh, 100%. And it's been very beneficial for both my business and for my own personal life.
Right.
A lot of my networking, I love it for business again, but I really love it for my own personal relationships that I get. And I get to meet all of the people who love this town as well.
Yes.
So to me, it's a great experience. And tell us a little bit about some of the events that the chamber hosts.
Well, we do a lot of things. So a lot of people say, well, we don't even know what the chamber does. Well, you probably do. You just don't know the chamber's doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you've met one chamber, you've met one chamber, because every chamber of commerce brings events, professional development that touches their own community, right? And so every community is different. So some of the things that the Clayton Chamber does on a community outreach piece is our Clayton Harvest Festival,
which I love, guys.
And that's coming up the 26th.
So tell us about
October.
The Harvest Festival.
Okay, the Clayton Harvest Festival is a 4-day event. We start with a movie night and trick-or-treating and fun for the kids on Thursday. Friday night we have a band and a concert, and this year we're going to have an edition of the Clayton Farmers Market. The night market is going to be down at not Horn Square, but Town Square that Friday night. And so we'll have a band and food trucks, so that's going to be fun. And then Saturday is our huge vendor fair, which we have, over the 4 days, probably a little over 30,000 people come in and out of Clayton for this festival.
That's like the whole population.
Yeah. So we draw from many counties. It's kind of interesting to see, who comes to the Clayton Harvest Festival from the different counties. But that's our 10 to 6. We have a car show. We've got a military display where people come and we do the Star Spangled Banner. We have a flyover at noon. We have the carnival is there all, from Thursday to Sunday. And then on Sunday is our Latin American Festival, which we have down at Town Square. And we have um, the culture is just alive, and we have bands and music and food trucks, and it's just a lot of fun on Sunday. And we have vendors there as well on Sunday afternoons, just on a smaller scale. And that's our Harvest Festival.
And the rides.
And the rides.
There's lots of rides.
Yes.
Kids love that. Last year it was just absolutely packed. It was so exciting.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. We have 5 staff members here, and we count on volunteers. So I will just do a plug for anybody out there that wants to come and volunteer and help us put this fabulous community event on. We would love to have you come and volunteer.
And how would they get a hold of you to do so?
We, on our ClaytonHarvestFestival.com, we'll have a volunteer link. All you have to do is sign up for where you want to work and what time. If you could just give an hour or two, that is a lot of help for us.
That's amazing. Yeah. I didn't realize that there was volunteers that did this. I thought you guys just put it on and everything was provided.
Yep.
But that's It's amazing.
Yeah, we rely heavily on our volunteers. We have great people that want to, general people from the community that just want to come and say, hey, I just want to give back a little bit. So
it's a great way to support the community and the chamber, and also, the
and I would be remiss to say if I didn't say our presenting sponsor was Food Line. And we also have a give back component. Food Line Feeds is nationwide for Food Line, but on a local level, if you bring cans that day, canned goods, we donate those to Clayton area ministries. So come to the Harvest Festival, bring your canned goods, donate to Clayton area ministries, and have a blast.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I hope to see you guys out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. So tell us about some of the other events I know that you guys do. Is it Good Morning Clayton? That's what it's called.
Yeah, we offer several different types of business-to-business networking opportunities here. We have Good Morning Clayton, which is the first Friday of every month at 8 a.m. here at the Chamber. We also have Coffee in Cleveland. So we're reaching out to kind of be a resource for the Cleveland area businesses. And so we do that the third Friday of the month at 8 a.m. at the Cleveland Draft House on 42 out in the Cleveland area. We also do our BASH, which is called Business Associates Social Hour, and we do that on the third Thursday of every month at 5 o'clock. And so we go to the business that is as a sponsor that month and bring in people to support their business, and they can kind of showcase what they do. And then we have Cocktails in Cleveland, which is the last Thursday of the month. And then so we have different hosts in the Cleveland area, like a business who wants to kind of showcase their business, or they can have it at the Draft and Vine up there in Cleveland. So we're kind of spreading our networking opportunities a little wider than just the town of Clayton, just so that we can provide business connections for all types of businesses. Right. So those are sort of our networking type events. And then we have some of our educational events, or not events, but initiatives would be our Inspire Mentoring Program. And right now we're looking for mentors to help at-risk youth at Clayton Middle School. And what that involves is the school identifies at-risk children who could benefit from a mentor. And then we provide business leaders in the community who want to give up their time. And basically, it's not a lot of time, but it has so much impact for the student who needs an adult who they can rely on to have lunch with once a week. And so that's our Inspire Mentoring Program. Then we have a Student to Entrepreneur Program, which is happening right now. And
so excited about this.
I know. This is a program that's offered to sophomores and juniors at Cleveland High School, Clayton High School, and Corinth-Holder High School. So these are students that are wanting to get their feet wet into the entrepreneurial world, right? Which is why we're here in the first place.
100%. Yes.
And so they take their product, service, and event or service or idea, and they're paired with a local business leader that helps them develop a business plan and a presentation. So they have to provide us with a written plan and a presentation that they do in front of a panel of judges. And we offer cash prizes. So we give out $2,500 worth money to these entrepreneurs that want to come and
I've got
share their
goosebumps. Like, that's so
So
amazing.
it's been wonderful. We're hoping to grow the program. We started initiating this like in 2019, and then of course 20 and 21 was, just COVID, and schools were shut down, and so we're just getting this program off the ground. And one of the beauties, after they present to a panel of judges, they also have a booth at the Harvest Festival. So they get to showcase, if they're selling a product, they can sell their product, they can talk about their business idea, and then we offer a People's Choice Award. So people at the festival actually get to talk to them. So they're honing in on their marketing skills and their, what do I have to do to get ahead in this world, right? And part
That's
of that is being able to
amazing.
talk to people, and so we really love this program. So that's our STEP program, and then we honor our superstar teachers of the month, and the principals of each one of the schools in the Clayton area highlight a teacher within their school, and then we honor them kind of like the prize patrol. We go and give them a Bonnie Burns of State Farm Insurance. She's our leading sponsor for that, and we go in and give them she provides a great big box of school supplies, because we all know that teachers spend a lot of their own personal money
They do.
to help with their classroom. And so we give them that and honor them as Superstar Teacher of the Month. And then at the end of the year, we honor them all at our annual meeting. We give them each a $250 gift card, and we have the Teacher of the Year, and we give her $1,000. So, no, actually, I think we give her $2,000, to be honest, to help with her, the amount of money that I know she spent, or
Oh,
he
absolutely.
has spent throughout the whole year. So that's one of our community give backs that we do through our education committee.
I
So, yeah.
love this. This is so exciting. I'm learning myself because I don't know everything. I am a member of the Chamber of
Yes.
Commerce.
And we appreciate that.
And I love it. I've been very blessed to be able to do this. And I see that you have so many people here and doing so much for just Clayton and beyond.
Yes, yes.
So it's not just, it's Clayton Chamber of Commerce, but it's beyond that.
Right,
And I love
right.
that because you care about the community.
Right. Well, people like you who are investors in our chamber allow us to carry out these programs of work that we're doing here in the community. So we greatly appreciate it, and we love our investors, and we consider everyone a family member, so we just love it.
You get that definitely whenever you come to the
Yeah.
Good Morning Claytons, because I've come to a few and it just you guys get so packed. If you want to meet some of the best entrepreneurs in Clayton, come to a Good Morning.
Oh, it's the energy in the room is just amazing to me. I mean, it just energizes me for the rest of the day.
It does. It's fabulous too, and everyone's so welcoming. It's just, I love it. Very high energy. So you guys should check that out. Tell us a little bit more about Launch JoCo. I know that you just opened up applications. Is that correct?
We opened applications for the class of 2025. So we're finishing up the mentorship piece of it, and I'll go into all that for 2024, and then we'll have a graduation and kickoff in November. So just to give you a little bit of history of Launch JoCo. Launch JoCo was introduced to my Clayton Rotary Club. I'm a Rotarian. And so a couple of Rotarians had seen this project in Detroit, Michigan, called Launch My City. And it was a relatively small program, and they loved the concept of it. So they brought it back to their North Raleigh Rotary group and decided that they wanted to take that on as a Rotary project. So they gathered their partners, and the first Launch Raleigh was in Southeast Raleigh. So now there's Launch, every town, I think pretty much every town in Wake County now has a Launch program in Wake County. Yeah. So I will have to give a shout out to the Holly Springs Rotary group, who were very helpful in why recreate the wheel if you can, ask somebody for help, and that's what we did, and they helped us immensely. And also Katie Gales from the Small Business Center at Wake Tech, because they were very instrumental part. So let me get into why all that's important.
Oh, absolutely.
When you're building out this program. So when I took this program, and Melissa Oliver was chair of the chamber at the time, and Melissa Overton was getting involved in the chamber, and she wanted to be our workforce development chair. So she said, okay, I'll get involved, but I just don't want to have committee meetings. What kind of project can we do? where's the meat, right? And so I said, okay, well, I've got this thing that, we've toyed around and talked about. It's called Launch My City, that we could bring to Clayton. So initially it was a Clayton centric conversation. We love the idea, but the more we started talking about it, we thought, why make it just Clayton? Why not bring in some collaborative partnerships across the county and make it Launch Johnston County? So it started out Launch Clayton, Launch Johnston County, and now we've shortened it to Launch JoCo, which I think fits perfectly.
100%. It's easy to say and it's catchy.
Exactly. So we thought, okay, who are our logical partners in this program? So of course the Rotary Club, because that's where it initiated from, and that's where most of the programs in Raleigh are run from, the Rotary Club, and pretty much all volunteer led, right? So since it's living here in the chamber, let's bring in our other chamber partners. So we talked to the Benson Area Chamber of Commerce and the Triangle East Chamber of Commerce, and they were on board and wanting to collaborate. And then we talked to the Johnston County Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. They had Evelyn Sanders, who is our vice chair now, will be our chair next year. She actually was in the Launch Raleigh program and had experienced that and brought that to their group here in Johnston County, and they had kind of dabbled at it. So we went to them and said, hey, we're thinking about doing this, but we certainly don't want to step on any toes. Do you want to collaborate, or do you just want to, do your own thing, and we'll kind of back off this entrepreneurial development piece? And they were like, no, we want to partner. So they've been a huge partner and supporter of this program since the onset. Then we thought, well, we can't do it without the Small Business Center at Johnston Community College. So we went to them and said, we've really got to be a partner. I think that we can feed into each other's programs by having Launch JoCo, where we're feeding in businesses who need a little bit more development, and we refer you back to them, and then you groom and get the business ready for our launch program. So that was a win-win for us.
That's fabulous.
So yes, and then the town of Clayton has been very supportive of this program. So I'm trying to make sure I haven't forgotten anyone. So I mentioned the Clayton Rotary Club. So 2 years ago, there's a Rotary Club in the eastern part of Johnston County called the Central Johnston Rotary Club. They decided that they wanted to get involved. And so they've helped us not only in providing mentors and promoting the program as well, is that they've given us $16,000 for this program in donations to help us through Rotary grants for Rotary International. So they apply, the Rotary International gives them a district grant, and then they match it, and then they have given it to Johnston County, because economic development and entrepreneurship is one of the pillars of what Rotary stands for. So that's been a great partnership for us. And so this program started out with Launch Next, which we'll get to that, but it was the 14-week education program where we're offering classes to a particular entrepreneur who needs to grow and scale their business. A lot of times you have a passion for what you're doing, and you know how to make that product, or you know how to provide that service, but you really need some tools and resources to help you work your business, work in the business, and make sure that the business aspect of it is growing as well. How am I managing my finances? How am I keeping up with my P&L? How am I marketing my business? All of those things that go along with running a business itself. So we have 12 weeks of that. So it's not in theory. You are actually working on your business during those 14 weeks. After the 14 weeks, we provide mentors for each one of our students. So we have something called Mentor Match Night, where all the students come in, all the mentors come in. It's like speed dating. So we sit down, and each of the businesses have, each of the students get to talk to the mentors. And so we do a choice. So the mentors pick their top 3, the students pick their top 3, and we try to match. And we try to match students to their weaknesses. So if you have someone that's weak in finance, we got a financial person, we want to mix that. If somebody's got that piece, but they need a little help with the networking, the marketing, we try to fit everybody's individual needs. And so far, it's worked out really, really well.
It's amazing. I'm really glad that you mentioned that because it's something I also like to highlight in the podcast is like when just because you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't mean you know everything and
Right.
you need help. And that's why I came here today so that I can help guide people and direct them to where they can
Yeah,
find that help.
exactly. Well, some of the feedback we've heard from the mentors is that it sort of helps them realign their business and their business plan because they're helping someone navigate the waters for their business. So it's sort of you think you're giving, but you're receiving as well. So it's really a very nice program. And not only do we help them, but we give them resources and the connections and the networking that these students feel for one another. I mean, they meet outside of class. This current class is getting together once a month just to meet as a group, so they're a resource for each other. And you talked about the reason you started this podcast is sometimes you're working in a silo and you feel like that you're not connected.
100%.
And so that's what this is. It gives you a group of like-minded individuals that might not have the same business, but you're still an entrepreneur. And sometimes you're by yourself on an island, and this gives you an opportunity to come together as a group and help each other out. And they use each other for resources and their business connections, and it's just a great thing to see. And it's really a passion project for myself, and Melissa will tell you that in a heartbeat that it is.
We got to get her on the podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Truly, because you can actually see the difference that you're making in somebody's life.
That's amazing. That's why I'm doing this. I want people to listen and take from it what they can and flush the rest. But at the same time, I want them to feel like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Someone else is too. Oh, look what they've done. And it's inspiration.
Right.
And also resource.
Well, so Launch has kind of evolved. You know, we had our little pioneer class and we learned a lot from the first year and the second year, and we take that feedback and we kind of improve it. So what now Launch JoCo is ended up with three tiers. So we have Launch Now, which is I stated that if a business is not quite ready for the business education piece, because we found that everybody kind of needs to be on the same page in the Launch Next program. So if you've got an idea and you still haven't vetted that out, or you still haven't filed your paperwork, or you still have some things you need to do, that's where Launch Now comes in. And we will pair you with Suzanne Ross, who is fabulous at the Small Business Center. Just a wealth for anybody. I mean, she will help anybody. So if you're listening, you're an entrepreneur and you're struggling, call Suzanne because she can give you the resources you need and help guide you through your process of starting your business, or I'm here, what next? And she can answer all those questions.
And she's with the Small
Business Center for Johnson Community College. And then what she does is grooms the people that apply that aren't quite ready for the next program, and to get them ready for the education piece, which we call now Launch Next. So that's the business education mentorship piece of this. And then this past year, we put in something we wanted to be able to do is continue to provide professional development for our small business and our Launch JoCo students called Launch Beyond. So then we continue that professional development, continuation of, how do I market my business? How do I get brand awareness out there? How do I what's my personal brand? And how do I posture that to the public? Some more financial assistance. How do you get business loans? Networking 101. Just because you come into a room in a network and you've got a business card, there's some tips and tricks for, networking. How do you get people to remember? How are you top of mind when somebody wants your product or service? So those are some of the hub certification. How do you get into the contract work, for municipalities and government entities, and how do you become certified? So lots of topics that we cover in Launch Beyond so that we can continue that professional development. And so I know you're sitting there thinking, how much does all this cost these students?
Yeah.
Well, zero. The only thing that the students have to spend is their time and their effort to do the homework, to just put some sweat equity in. It's totally free, at no cost to them. The chamber, and our partners, through sponsorships and donations, we pay for it and we offer it for free.
That's amazing. It's a
Yeah.
great resource. And so if you're wanting to be an entrepreneur and you don't know where to start with the small business over at JCC and then come over
Yeah.
here to the Clayton Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, absolutely. And we have so many community partners that have believed. KS Bank has been our presenting sponsor for Launch JoCo since, well, before its inception. So they believed in what we were trying to do to help small businesses grow and scale, and they have continued to sponsor this program. And now we're at the point where we're offering grants. Last year we offered grants from KS Bank. Clayton Women in Network give us a grant for a woman in one of our programs, and then now our foundation, Clayton Chamber Foundation, is at a point where we're going to be offering grants. So we're going to be offering almost $10,000 worth of grants this year to our students to help them further their business.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that is so exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No, me either. Like, I'm obviously you're
So
gonna.
I just want people to apply.
So yeah, you want them to apply. Is there?
Next
They
year.
go to the Clayton Chamber of Commerce website,
Yes,
and that's where they can apply.
Yes, and there are links. We have a Launch JoCo Facebook, Instagram, and what's the other one? LinkedIn. It just left my brain. LinkedIn account, and all of our application is out there. The link, and well, please apply. And all you got to do is just give it a shot.
Absolutely, and we'll post the links with the episode. That way, you guys can connect with the chamber and with the small business association.
Right.
These are great programs.
Yes.
You'd mentioned the Rotary. Can you tell us a little bit about that and like what it's all about? Because I don't know anything.
Okay. Clayton Rotary is a very active civic organization. Their motto is service above self. I really love being a Rotarian and what we stand for, and what we do in our community on a local level, and on a state level, and on a global level. One of the global initiatives is to eradicate polio. You don't really think about that,
No,
but there's still third world countries out there that have polio and are still fighting that battle. Also, clean water is one of our initiatives, and we take a group to the Dominican Republic every year to build houses and latrines, and we just gave money for a well in Africa so that the people in this village area can have clean water. So those are some things that we do locally and globally. And then our local club gives back by giving scholarships to high school seniors, by giving bikes to the YMCA. So we do lots and lots of things. Our biggest fundraiser is our Flags for Heroes. I don't know if you've ever seen the flags that are by the hospital.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know. Tell us about that.
That's our big fundraiser. That started at COVID. We used to do the spaghetti dinner, where you sell the plates and make some money to be able to give a little money back. But the Flags for Heroes has afforded us to be able to give over $10,000 in scholarships for high school seniors, and to do some things in the community that we want to do. So beginning Memorial Day through 4th of July, we have the flags that you can sponsor, and you can buy a medallion to honor a hero, whoever that is. It could be a veteran, it could be a first responder, it could be a teacher that is a hero to you. And you purchase the flag, and the medallion hangs on the flag. And we started with, I want to say, 250 flags we thought we could sell. We sold 500. Now we're up to 1,500, wow. And that covers the whole field. And so we, there's sponsorships opportunities for that, but purchasing a flag, and we man the area every day. And I've had the opportunity to meet some amazing people that come out there, and they want to find their flag where they've honored their loved one. They've served. They've done all kinds of things, and you get to hear their story and see how this event has touched their hearts. It's just amazing to me. And every time I go by there, and this is, I don't know what, our 4th year, I cry because it's just breathtaking.
There's a lot of flags out there. The first time I saw it, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So
And the
now we
Rotary
know.
Club also does the Christmas parade.
Ooh, tell us about that.
So the chamber used to do the parade, and that was before Dana. Everything is like BD before Dana. But we ended up giving it to the Rotary Club. So the second Saturday in December at 3:00 is the Clayton Christmas Parade downtown, and it's an amazing event.
How would one get a float in this parade?
It's ClaytonChristmasParade.org, I think, is the website, and I think applications for floats open September-ish, and then just go in, fill out the application, and yeah. I haven't seen the Christmas parade in 4 years because I'm always working down the high school, getting everybody in order to come down Main Street. But I get to see the film afterwards. But
I
love seeing the kids. It's just great. And that's what I love about, we still do a homecoming parade downtown. The high school does it. It's just kind of, we're big time and we're growing so fast, but we still have that small community feel. I feel like we do
100%, and you still care. And my thing is, everyone still knows everyone, and they still, they just so friendly. I can't explain it. It's like it's a feeling. Obviously, it's hard to describe.
It is very hard to describe, but we get that a lot. And people love Main Street, and that's what draws them here because they ride through and say, "Oh, this reminds me of my hometown," or "This reminds me of when I was little," and it's just got that homey feel. So I think we're really trying to, as much as we're growing. And as much as, people are going to continue to move in, they want to be here. I mean, why wouldn't you want to live here, right?
There's so many things going on here. It's so much growth.
And still keep that small town feel while we're growing at the same time.
That's what I love about Clayton. Honestly, I grew up in a big city. I never saw the same person twice. I don't care how many times I went to anywhere. Yeah. And here I go someplace, I'm like, oh, I know you. We have a connection. This is great. And I have a conversation. And I got to be honest, that kind of like made me feel starstruck when I first moved here. Cause I'm like, people know me. This is exciting. I felt small town famous.
But that's good to hear.
It's a great community for that. And I feel like I'm kind of was missing that because in a big city, you are just a number. And here you're part of it and you're just something bigger.
Right.
So I love that. And I love that you guys did so many things like the 4th of July event. Amazing. I actually came and did some filming for that. Was blown away because that's not something where I'm from that you would have.
Yeah.
They have the fireworks over the ocean. Cool. But this was games for kids. There was food trucks. Yeah. They had areas for sitting. They had face painting. There was rides. Just so much.
Right. The town of Clayton did a good job with that.
Oh, that was there? Okay.
That's their event. Yeah. We do the Harvest Festival and they do the 4th of July. So
that's amazing. Well, this is a promotion.
And we work together and we can't do it without one another, right? So they provide lots of resources for us for the Harvest Festival. Couldn't do it without them.
No, that's amazing. So is there anything you want to share with anyone if they're wanting to volunteer with the chamber or just donate or anything like that? How would one do that?
Well, do want to talk about a couple things. One was we do have a Clayton Chamber Foundation, which is our 501c3 arm, and that's where we can accept donations, which are charitable donations for any of the programs that we do. But we also offer a first responder scholarship to first responders in Clayton Fire, Clayton Police, and the Johnston County EMS, so they can continue their professional development and their education. So that is an opportunity to donate to our scholarship fund. We gave out $8,000 this year to 8 first responders, and just am very, very happy that United Community Bank gave us the seed money to start that fund for us to be able to give back to those that keep us safe every day. So very love that, and love the fact that we have a foundation and we can accept donations. Volunteer for Harvest Festival. Please come help us. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to meet your community and the people who are part of the chamber and just live in the town. You get to meet so many people, and it's a great place to give back and bring your cans to the Harvest Festival so we can give lots and lots of food to Clayton Area Ministries. Apply for Launch JOCO. If you're a small business owner and you're on the fence, we have informational sessions across the county. We've got one tonight in Smithfield. All that's linked on our Facebook page. We've got one the 20th here in Clayton, and we've got one the 22nd in Benson. So if you don't know, you're thinking about it, just come hear about what it's about, and I think you'll want to apply. Mark your calendars for April, because that's our Elevate Her Women's Empowerment Summit.
Tell us about that.
So we started that 3 years ago, and we have fabulous speakers come in to talk to women about, imposter syndrome, how to be authentic, removing your mask. I don't know what this year's theme is going to be, so I'm very excited. We're going to start developing that in a couple months, but that's in April every year. And then we'll have a Bridge Summit, which is our building relationships, impacting diversity, and growing the economy. So it's creating a culture of belonging. And so we're going to have some speakers to talk about that, maybe unconscious bias. I don't know. We're kind of developing what that looks like for our Bridge Summit moving in February of next year. So we have lots of things happening between now and then. We've got our annual awards banquet in December, where we honor our community and our business owners and our chamber volunteers who give so freely of their time. So this is a busy chamber.
Yes, it sounds like it. I'm learning just as long as everyone else is today. I'm about everything.
But yeah, if you're a business owner there and you want to learn more about what the chamber does, we have, after our Good Morning Clayton, you come and network, and we stay for Chamber U. And Valerie, who is our investor relations and business development person, she is amazing, and she will tell you everything that you need to know about the Clayton Chamber of Commerce and what we do and how you can get involved and how the chamber can help your business.
That's amazing. And you can meet her at some of the Good Morning Clayton, some of the other events. She's amazing. She's actually the reason I joined the chamber.
Yes.
I ran into her. I cannot remember. Maybe it was a Tang. That's right. We talk a lot about networking. Tang is one of the biggest ones that we talk about. That and BNI.
Right.
Women in networking.
Right.
There's plenty of opportunities in Clayton to meet other people and to network.
Right.
So that's fabulous. She's great. You'll love her.
She is. She's amazing. And we like to think of ourselves as a connector and convener. And so we're just a resource. And so if you need something, we'll figure out who it is you need to know and make sure you have the information. So, yeah.
Absolutely. That's great. Well, I do appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I will definitely be posting all of your links so that people can do the volunteering and the Clayton Harvest Festival and all of that. I'm really excited. And Rotary, you can join that.
Absolutely. Thursday morning, Rainbow Lane, 6:45 for breakfast. Every Thursday.
6:45 a.m.
Yes.
Just making sure everybody heard a.m.
A.m., but it's amazing. You will feel energized and ready for your day on Thursday morning. So anytime you want to come, be my guest.
Absolutely. That I could probably do.
Yeah.
That's early enough.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with the 8 a.m.s because I have work to do.
Right.
So I'm like, I can't.
Well, there's a season for everything and everybody, but I like the early morning meetings. It's very informative. We have a great group of leaders in there, and it's love to have you and any of your listeners that want to come visit.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited about this.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you very much for coming on the podcast today. And guys, I'll post this episode with all of the links so that you can volunteer and check out everything that Clayton has to offer. And we'll see you next time.
This episode is sponsored by the Home Inspector team. It seems like everywhere you look nowadays, you see new homes popping up all over the place like dandelions in the spring. You have to wonder how well those homes are being built with how fast they're building them. That's where the Home Inspector team comes in. With their new construction bundle, you can have every phase of your new construction home professionally inspected to make sure no mistakes are being made. First, they come out before the drywall is installed to make sure the construction and utility rough-ins are done properly, because once they are out of sight, they are out of mind. Before you move in, they ensure everything is functioning properly and provide essential information to help you maintain the home, safeguarding your family and your investment. And finally, Just before the builder's warranty expires, they come in to make sure that everything is A-OK, and if it's not, they make sharing your inspection report with the builder a breeze. Scheduling an appointment with the home inspector team is super easy. I just did it myself. Just visit their website, thehomeinspector.team, to get an instant quote and to schedule the inspection at a time that works best for you. And don't forget to mention our podcast to receive a special discount. Now back to the show.